Steps for planning a website. This is Unides LSB, company that manufactures uniforms. So it's very important that we get to know the company either by interview or read the information by having in mind the 6 steps for planning a website. So we spot out and underline or highlight the information we need to develop the planning for this website. So here we have more information, Jorge Manuel Person's, and also here we have website. They want the website so that sales can be increased by having an online catalog. Then this is the website's objective. And over here we have the information about the products, address, phone. Here we have the logo, the colors, and also the employees or the people working at the company, and finally the information of our contact. So let's start. Step 1, the checklist. 1.1, website objective. We just read it. It's basically to increase sales by having an online catalog. Then number 1.2, audience. The audience is the market segment we mainly want to reach with the website. It's the main audience for the website. Remember, a website is a marketing strategy. So we need to define these market segment characteristics. We have 6 elements over here. And it's very important that for age, you are aware and remember and keep in mind that it's not like all people or the whole world or from 15 to 80 years old. No. You need to target a market segment and specify a market segment. This is an example. Let's say ages 25 to 35, for example. Okay? Now gender, women and men, region. Business is downtown Monterrey, so the geographic region will be Monterrey and the metropolitan area, for example. Socioeconomic level, for example, middle and upper middle class. Language of the website. Well, that website will be in Spanish since we are in Monterrey. Now, interest. These are the keywords people might type in search engines to find what they want. In this case, people looking for or wanting to buy uniforms for soccer or basketball for children and adults. 1.3, name of the company, and make a drawing of the logo of the company and the colors. Something simple and something that won't take you a long time. 1.4, this is super important, products of the or service of the company, and it was provided. Now you need to specify the categories because these later might be web pages in the website. 1.5, the address of the company. And you need to specify address, phone, and email. If they do not have an email, just suggest they create one. 1.6, contact name, position, phone, and email of our contact in the company in regard of the website development. 1.7, it's about the total of people working at the company, as we read in paragraph 6. So we specify the quantity of people, the position, and if we have a name. Number 8, content of the website. Remember, a website is made out, number 1, of web pages. So these are our ideas of the different web pages we would like the website to have. It's a wish list of the web pages we would like the website to have. These are some examples to give you some ideas. For example, an online catalog or online help, frequently asked questions page, live chat room page, tips about the games or the uniforms, clubs, custom reviews, etc. Number 9 is what photos you would like the website to have, or videos or charts. So here's some ideas: photos of the company or the owner and sons and people working at the company, like maybe manufacturing the uniforms as well inside the production facilities. That's interesting. And also photo of have customers wearing the uniforms, even playing, like using the uniforms in their games. and also some themes for the customs uniforms. That's handy for potential customers. Step number 2 is very important. It's one of basics because after we develop the ideas for web pages in the website, then we choose and we only keep these. We want, of course, always the index page is the technical name of the home page, which is level 1. Level 2 is like our navigation bar, so we are having these pages, and then level 3 if we have like more pages belonging to one of these secondary pages. Now it's pretty important that you really pay attention to the standard format of the hierarchy. So each page name is enclosed inside a rectangle or box, and we draw the lines just like this because these are expressing or communicating hierarchy. Otherwise, it's just a drawing. So make sure you use the standard format or it's not a sitemap. Now that we know the pages for our website, then we are ready for step number 2, which is about defining the colors of the fonts for the website, which is 3.1 format specifications table, and 3.2 the drawings or sketches for every web page in the sitemap. For the format specifications table, we draw a table with 5 columns. First, the element in the website. So a page is made out of a background color, titles, subtitles, paragraphs or text, and links. Now the first column, background color. So we defined background color for each one of these elements. In this case, it could be white for every element. Second column is the font style. Now please notice that for the background, there's no font style, font size, or font color because it's just background. We don't write anything on the background, it's just color. Now for the rest, yes, of course. So the font style usually is the same throughout the website because it should be consistent. Okay, it's about the same company. And please make sure you choose a font style that is easy to read because people is gonna read screens on the computer, so it's hard sometimes. Eyes get tired. It should be something like simple and clear font style. Okay. Then about the font size, something logical depending on the use. And it's used, for titles, should be like the biggest, right? And then subtitles, big but not as big as the titles. Paragraphs or text, kind of the smaller of all of them, right? And links, well, the links are so important, so we want them a little bit bigger. Then it's going to be easy for the visitors of the website to spot the link. Font color, well, in this case, it could be all black, or you may choose different colors depending on its use. Now, the second part is about the drawings or sketches for every web page, and it's pretty important that you always include the position of each one of these elements. Always use all these elements, otherwise your website, your web pages will be incomplete and the potential customers won't have a good experience using your website. This is an example. So for the index page, my design, first I'm saying here goes the logo, okay, and then okay, here goes the company name, and this information is very handy because if they would like to maybe call because they have like a question, they can do it easily. It's easy to find the phone number, for example. Now, what page is this one? What page I am in right now? This is the index page, home page. Why? Because I'm welcoming the visitors of the website. This is the first contact, so it should be something friendly, right? And now this is the navigation bar. Always make sure you include the home page, so it doesn't matter what page the visitors are, they can always go back to index if they want. Now here I have a box for the text, and here I have some drawings, but you will just write in your sketches boxes saying photo, 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 photo. Another example is this one. As you can notice, the upper part is the same. I'm just changing. Now, since I'm on a different page, here, get to know us, which is Baudo's page. So notice it's the same. I'm just changing the page name. And of course the content for this specific page. So just both boxes saying either text or photo. Another example is this uniform page. It's the same thing. It's just that I have the level 3 pages over here. Remember that from the sitemap? Now, remember, you need always to consider that the less clicks, the better for the people using our website, because it means time and you won't confuse them. So it's better just to keep it simple in level 2 navigation bar. Okay? Now that we know all the work for the website, then we're ready for step 4, which is dividing this work. You will need, of course, to know the teammates and also the deadline to finish the website. And here we have to draw this table of 3 columns. The first column is description of the activity. Now, notice that these activities are also kind of the same as the 6 steps for the planning, except for this number 6, which is after you are done with the pages, check the grammar and the spelling. Okay. Now, deadline just distributes the dates according to your deadline, and also about the responsibles, distribute the work kind of the most evenly possible among the team members. We are ready for number 5, which is programming. Now, if number 4 is about distributing the whole work for developing the website, then number 5 is a zoom in to develop the work of making the pages in the computer. Let's check this out. So number 5. 3 columns. The first one is web page name. Where do I get this from? Well, from step number 2, the sitemap, because the web pages are the same. It's the same website, isn't it? It's the same we needed to make our drawings over here. It's the same web pages. And remember, you need to write all the pages even if they are in another level. But preferably, just keep it simple and always make your sitemap with 2 webs. Now, column programmer. It's who's doing this website, this web page in the computer. And tester is who's checking what she did, making sure there's no mistakes. And this is for step 5. Now, step 6 is your website is done on step 5. Okay? But then you need to update the website. So step 6 is about the maintenance or updates of the website. And you need to specify 2 elements, the frequency, every when, and the justification. What for? Okay? So the frequency could be every month, every 6 months, every year, every week, depending on the business needs and the website. In this case, this example is about the site will be updated every 4 months at the beginning of each season. What for? What justification? To upload a new uniform design and take down the ones that are out of the uniform catalog. And this is an example of the 6 steps for planning a website.